And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We bring you Friday baseball on the show. It's the New York Mets taking on the San Francisco Giants. All right, Singh, it's been pretty remarkable to see what this lineup has been able to do lately. They're putting on a clinic at the plate.
No doubt, Boog. Impressive performances 1 through 9. Unlike opposing pitchers, I'm looking forward to seeing another show today.
First pitch coming your way next. So, almost ready to get underway. And today's starting pitcher, Kyle Harrison. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Starling Marte leading things off and takes a strike. That one missed.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And a big swing and a miss. Just missing there. And it's 2-2.
Okay. Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk. So digging in, Luis Angel Acuna. That one's in there. That's strike one.
0-1.
Now a fly ball to right center. Lee makes his way towards it. He's got it. And there's one down. Here's a Mets lineup now. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Now, to me, Boog, it shows the manager's trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball and decide to swing. But that could be the difference between a line drive and a swinging strike.
Fought off foul. That one ripped, but foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
Next pitch is outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Marte, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Stays alive. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Here's Pete Alonso.
He's been doing a good job knocking in his teammates. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Outside low, and the count now 2-0. Foul ball there. Fouls one off. 2-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year. Mets strand one. Now it's the Giants' turn. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Oracle Park. Starting on the mound in this one, Tylor Megill. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
And foul ball. Fitzgerald went deep in his most recent game. Comes up empty.
0-2.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with two strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And the batter now, Jung-Hoo Lee. Lindor fires over to first. And two quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight. Now we take a peek at the Giants lineup. And this offense is really clicking right now, Chris.
That's a good feeling in that dugout over there. You feel like when you walk to the plate, you're going to get a knock. You're going to drive in a run. You're going to do something productive, even if it's just get a walk to keep the line moving. And that's a great feeling to have. They've got it bottled right now.
That one ripped. And that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Willy Adames stands in, entering this one second in the National League in hitting. And there's a strike.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
2 outs. That's a laser base hit. Wait, around third. Now a long throw home. Not in time. He's safe. A run comes in on the play.
Picks himself up an RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the barrel right to it and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So a runner at second, 2 down. Now it's Matt Chapman.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Chance to extend that hitting streak to 10 games here.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Runner from second crosses the plate. He's in there. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory. Average going up, OBP. Everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Lawrence Butler, the next Giant to hit. One of the best RBI guys in the game this year. Right now, second in the NL. Swing at a high fly ball. That's out to center. And that is that. But 2 runs for them and they jump ahead. We head to the second from San Francisco. It's the Giants 2 and the Mets nothing. Top of the second, and now it's Mark Vientos. Vientos getting to start at the hot corner, hitting 5th in today's lineup. And he was a second-round pick back in 2017. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Fires across the diamond, and a quick out number 1. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And first offering is fouled off. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Swing and a ball popped up. And it's foul. Swing and a miss.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Giants 2 and the Mets nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Elliot Ramos. Swung on, belted. Nimmo going back on it. And that one's gone into the bleachers. He flexes his power with that swing. It's 3-0. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
And up next for the Giants, Bryce Eldridge.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Barely hitting over the Mendoza line this month.
He swings and fouls one off. Now that's smacked to right center. Flashes the leather on the running catch. 1 away. And here's the catcher, Patrick Bailey.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Fights it off. He'll see another. One down, base is empty. Inside. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Strike 3 on the foul tip.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Fitzgerald now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
2 out, space is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. There's a strike.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
Next offering is in for a strike. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And next for the Mets, Luis Torrens. Right through there for a strike. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Benny really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And that misses. And that's ball 1.
2 strike.
Outside with a breaking ball. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Lunging, but it gets down.
Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Harrison ready to fire now. And there's a ball.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
First and second, 1 out. And stepping in is the speedy Luis Angel Acuna. Up and in, ball 1. Late on that fastball.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Lee makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Juan Soto now. He's 0 for 1. Ball 1, no strikes. And there's a strike. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Squirts away a little bit. Throws, save! And both runners move up on the wild pitch. Swing and a ground ball. Fitzgerald tosses to first. They get the out on Soto. And that is that. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. And digging in for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. McGill back to work. That's in there. And that's strike 1. Right side, Acuna. To first. 1 up, 1 down. So here's Wade now. Doubled his first time up.
Wade Jr.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. On the ground, right side, Acuna. Handles, throws to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd. So here's the cleanup hitter, Willy Adames. RBI single his last time up. Foul ball.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
There's a swing and a drive. Going back on this one. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Back here in San Francisco as we go to the top of the fourth. And stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. Next one misses, and it's 2-0. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter, but he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
And a pitch. That's a slider for a strike. That misses, and it's 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Pretty simple sequence right there, but very well executed. 2 off-speed pitches away, gets him trained to look out over the plate. Then they ran a good fastball inside, and it was just too much to catch up to. Nice job of working in and out and upsetting that timing at the plate.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
That's the ball.
Alonso leads off first with 1 away. The 1-1 is fouled off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Eldridge sizing this one up. And it's caught for the out. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. That one's in there, and that is strike one. Just missed.
That's the ball. 1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 2 outs. Slider misses outside. Got him looking. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. Mets leave 1. They trail it here 3-0. It's that time of the season. Let's check out some notable trade candidates. Chapman gets a piece there. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Nimmo has it sized up. Makes the grab, 1 away. And up next for San Francisco, Lawrence Butler. In the air, left field, down the line. And a foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Ball one there.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Inside, and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. And up next for the Giants, Elliot Ramos. He's already homered in this game. And that's fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And the runner holds. Bryce Eldridge will hit next. 0 for 1 so far. And first offering is fouled off. Runner on the go. There's a ball.
1 strike.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Man on second, 2 down.
3 balls, 1 strike.
In the dirt. So now 2 on and 2 outs. Patrick Bailey digs in now. Went down on strikes his first time through. That one fouled off. 2 aboard, 2 outs.
If he can get through this one, put up a 0, this will help in his outings to come.
Next offering is fouled back. That one the other way. That's a hit. The throw to third. And he boots it.
That one really hurts. You're already down in the game, and that error puts you even further behind. Just can't let it compound from here, though. You got to flush it, get ready for the next one, make a play, get back in the dugout.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Tyler McGill won't go any further, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute. Lucas Giolito will take over here.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
And now Tyler Fitzgerald. Swinging a foul straight back. Eldridge at third. Bailey on at second with 2 down. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Good job at damage control right there. But the RBI single. Pushes across a run. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year.
Jose Siri.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And a swing and a miss.
1-1.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
The Mets down by 4, and we're at the top of the 5th. On the ground. Tosses to first.
Yep,
2 up, 2 down. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Starling Marte. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
Off the mark there. And 1-1. Just missed. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Giants 4 and the Mets nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. That one is hammered right field. Back there. In one, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Round second, digging for third. Throws it away. Now he tries to get back, but he can't. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. Wade, 31 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. And he's got his second double of the game.
He was all over that one. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
And it's fouled away. On the ground, out to short. Tosses to first, and they get Adames for the out. And here is Matt Chapman. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
1 strike.
Wade on at second with 2 down. Swing and a miss.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Good job to fight that one off. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
And they'll do it again. Swing and a high fly ball left field, pretty well struck. Nimmo going back on it. And that is the third out of the inning. So the Giants leave one. They lead 4-0. We're back, and they make a change to start the sixth. The new pitcher, Tyler Rogers.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
Inside corner for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Gets to it with a slide. Picked in the dirt, but he beats it. What an effort that time.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Strike in there. Throw there. Safe. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball one.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
No swing. And it stays fair. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Comes through with the RBI. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Alonso stands in now and watches strike one. And that clips the inside corner.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one away. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. 0 for 2 in this one. Just missed. One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Hit on the ground to the right side. Has some trouble with it. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the out. And now it's Frankie Lindor.
Shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
That one catches the corner for a strike.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That pitch just misses the inside corner. Now 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 outs. That's down and in. On the ground to short. Zips it to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 1 for the Mets here on the RBI double. It's now 4-1. You're dialed into the show. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Hitter,
Giolito back to work. And a foul ball.
Well, these Giants, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And digging in for San Francisco, Elliot Ramos. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Gets it to first. And a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Bryce Eldridge. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Siri ranging back. Pulls it in on the warning track. So they make short work of him there. 7th inning coming up. It's the Giants. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Fielder Brandon Nimmo.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Gregory Thompson. He's making his 4th appearance of the season.
Number 52.
Bunt attempt popped up. He's got it. And there's one down. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit. And when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
Siri now at the plate as he swings through strike one. And that misses. And that is ball one. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 and 2.
The Mets trailing by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Fights that one away. Still 1 and 2. Goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Torrens in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Way out front for strike 2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Try to get him to chase on the changeup that time. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Nothing doing here this half. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Giants 4 and the Mets 1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. That one is absolutely belted way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle of the base hit. Well, he waited until the 7th, but that's the knock that'll extend his hitting streak. Singy, how much does it weigh on your mind when you're coming to the plate in the late innings with a streak going?
Yeah, quite a bit. And a hitter's supposed to say he's only focused on the current at bat. But, man, honestly, it's hard not to know that if you don't come up with the hit, your streak's over.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw. Save. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Chris, there aren't many players faster than him, and StatCast demonstrates that for us right here.
Yeah, it breaks down the data for us on a close play, and that top speed is about as fast as we've ever seen, Boog. And clear.
Runner on the go again. Pitch misses. And the throw's offline. Safe at third. Strike one.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
And delivers outside. Late with the swing there.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Lifted in the air. Series sizing it up. And he makes the catch. Runner tags from third. He scores on the sac fly, and they're up by 4.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
And now the first baseman, Lamont Wade Jr. And there's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Lined in the left center, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And it's a double, making him 3 for 4 on the day.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And here is Willy Adames. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it one-hops the wall. Run comes in from second, and the lead is up to 5.
That's 2 consecutive extra base hits for this team. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Lucas Giolito taking over on the mound for the Mets, Jose Butto.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Chapman at the plate now as he chases after that one. Next offering is fouled back. Adames at second with 2 down. Battling here as he fouls it away. That's a strikeout for Chappie. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Giants 6 and the Mets 1. And we're back. Starling Marte up to hit.
The designated hitter, Starling Marte.
That's in there, and it's 0-1. Thompson, a 6'2 southpaw, 23 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Up the middle, dives, but it kicks off his glove. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Man at first, Luis Angel Acuna. Now at the plate. There's a strike.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Runner at first with no outs here. And that's hammered into right field. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Soto in the box now. No balls and a strike. Fastball for a strike.
0-2. Ball 1.
In the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
No outs. Runners at first and second. On the ground, right side. Fitzgerald. First out in the top of the 8th.
That right there was a productive at bat. You know you're doing something right anytime you help move 2 runners into scoring position and give your team a chance to.
Nice grab. Gathers and throws, and they get the out. And now here is Mark Vientos. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
Ball 2.
2 outs, 2 in scoring position, and we're in the top of the 8th. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1. Just missed. And that'll load the bases.
Ball 4. Take your base.
2 outs, bases full. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Eldridge. Long run on his horse. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double as they score a pair on the play. Now here is Brandon Nimmo. Yeah, that drops in for a strike.
So it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Vientos on third. Lindor at second with 2 gone. Breaking ball through there for a strike. And now it's even up.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Just misses. And it's 3-2. Got him swinging. So 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Giants 6 and the Mets 3. Back here at Oracle Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the DH, Lawrence Butler. And first offering is fouled off. Tap foul at the plate. Missed with a changeup. Now 1-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Siri in position. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Here's the left fielder, Elliot Ramos. He's already homered here in this one. Swings through that one. 0-1.
No ball, 1 strike.
Sliced hard but foul. Base is empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Bryce Eldridge, the next Giant to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Brings it in for the third out. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. And now Ryan Walker comes on trying to close it out.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Next offering is outside. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And out number one on the grab. Here's the catcher, Luis Torrens. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. High fly ball out to center field. Lee makes the grab for the second out. Starling Marte getting ready to hit. First pitch, and he just misses.
1 ball, no strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets it.
Swing and a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
That misses, and that's ball 2. There's a strike at the knees. To the right side, and that'll do it.
So they break into another level with this win streak at 10 now. I think the key is to maintain the focus, because you can have this motivation to get to double digits and then have a letdown. They've got to try to just put out all the distractions, turn off the sports highlights, and come back out here and play baseball the way they've been doing it in the next game.
6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.